Nenny wants to pencil out her own eye. My dad met my mom when he was the principal at this school. He's not the principal anymore. They got married and had my sisters and then me. Mom says don't be surprised if there's another on the way. Wait just a pancakin' minute. Hold the ever-lovin' phone. Nenny knows she's not supposed to blurt stuff out, because Sister Timothy will write on her report card, she blurts stuff out. But blurting's what Nenny does. Your parents are still married? She blurts. Sister Timothy shoots her a warning glance. And Katie Marion, stupid Katie Marion, she just blinks her big no-sin eyes. Well, sure, she says. Aren't yours? Pencil stab. Yeah, Nenny finally says, offering a dramatic pause. But not to each other. It only takes a second before everyone figures out that this is the funniest thing they've ever heard. The whole room erupts in laughter, and everyone's clapping and slapping their knees. Everyone except Sister Timothy, who yells, "Go to the office," as she thrusts the hall pass into Nenny's hands. A bright wave of laughter follows her, hot, sizzling relief that someone said what they were all thinking. Katie Marion stands dumbstruck still, as surprised as if someone's told her that God doesn't exist or wishes don't actually come true. Katie Marion's an idiot, that's for sure. But it isn't her fault. Idiocy is genetic. Just look at her stupid family tree. Besides, there's grace inside Nenny somewhere. She could probably trace its source, if someone would only show her how. Grace to forgive. Grace to excuse. Grace to turn 1,000 blind eyes. A grace simple enough to flash Katie Marion a quiet look as Nenny leaves. Come on over to Kensington Drive. Stand outside of my house any time. A brief history of why everything sucks. Early last year, Nenny's parents called the kids in for dinner, served them each a plate of macaroni and cheese, turned the TV off, and announced that they were getting a divorce. Tiny didn't know what that meant, so Dad took a deep breath and explained, "Your mom and I aren't going to live together anymore." And to Nenny, that made sense, because it was clear they were miserable. And Bubbles seemed fine with it too, because he was the oldest and could roll with anything. But Tiny? Poor Tiny? He just collapsed in a ball on the floor and cried. When he did that, Mom couldn't help it. She started crying too. Bubbles slid off his chair and started to go somewhere, but then stopped, standing by the table, looking terribly confused. Finally, Dad said, "All right, let's clean up," in a voice so sad and distant that Nenny knew for the first time what forever meant, and knew that it wasn't good. Within a matter of weeks, it seemed, everything changed. They sold the house in Yucaipa, and Dad went to live in an apartment, while Mom moved into a 2-bedroom house with a woman named Corinne, who was another nurse at the hospital. Sometimes, when Mom was gone at work, Corinne took them to the orange grove at the end of the street. Someone had hung a tire swing. The grove was mysterious in a prehistoric kind of way. Shadows turned bluish and soft once you stepped in. And likely, there were dead things there. A strange mechanical ritual emerged. Mom went to work. The 3 of them ducked into the grove with Corinne, and then Tiny would swing. And then Nenny, and then Bubbles, and then Tiny again. While you waited for your turn, you sat in the dirt and picked at your shoes, pushing sticks through the eyelets, unraveling the laces, until it was your turn again. And then Corinne would push you, quiet and gentle and slow. It was like slipping into a dream no one had before. Corinne never tried to console them about the divorce and the change in their lives. For this, Nenny loved her. And then Dad would show up every other weekend